Oh, you were Pastor Tate. You couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was your company's name again?
Weaponized.
Weaponized.
Become
Joe.
the weapon.
Become the weapon with Joe. All right, we're going up to see Brock, 12th floor. Oh. Yeah, man. I like to record these things and put them up on my YouTube.
That's what I talked to you about that.
The other one crashed. Like I have one episode left on my what's it called, GoPro here, but the one on my phone crashed.
That we did?
I was uploading it and it crashed. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
It totally sucks.
I was gonna have you take my socials and like, if you can, whenever you break
share
out,
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
just like add me as a collaborator, then I'll post it.
Yeah. You want to tell
I've
me
got
your
like
socials?
90,000 followers on one
You
of
want to tell
them.
me your socials?
What up,
It's WPNIZD.fit and WPNIZD.nation. So yeah, if you could add those,
Yeah.
I'll share them too.
Yeah. You got like 90,000 followers?
On one of them, like
That's
you're
epic.
95.
That's epic, man.
And then I think 15 or 20 on the business one. I've got to boost that though.
That's really good,
One
man.
of these days.
Yeah. What did you do to generate so many?
Posting stupid stuff and boosting videos.
Yeah.
A bunch of random. A
So-
lot of foreigners.
Yeah, mine too, man. I've got I don't know on my what's it called? So on my Facebook, I think I got about like 15 or 20,000 followers, and on my YouTube page, I've only got like 7,000 subscribers.
I never even used Facebook.
No,
Never.
it was just what other platforms?
I'm only on IG.
Instagram. That's where it's at. Well, because everybody moved from there. It's only boomers on Facebook
Yeah, it's all
anymore.
boomers on Facebook. I have a TikTok
Brock, go
account,
ahead.
but I never even post on it. I gotta build that one up too. I gotta build up all of them eventually.
Yeah. We'll see you in a minute, man.
Nope.
Later, Joe. Joe's in the show.
Yeah, Andre's not going to be, and Reno's not here.
Oh, it's you and me and Joe. We're gonna
Yeah.
chop it up. Well, are we
And
gonna
Brian, I think Brian's.
Are we gonna pivot from our book to a different topic or what?
No, freedom of speech, dude.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're just letting
We're
Joe
gonna-
in on that.
Yeah, we're going to add into this about our book,
Yeah,
man.
man. We're gonna talk about our book.
Charlie's here. I let Charlie know that we all miss because we're all stuck.
I don't even know what happened with me. Oh, my father-in-law was in
Yeah.
town. So that's what it was. Yeah, last week I couldn't make it because my father-in-law was in town.
Sweet.
Charlie, hi.
Hey,
How are you doing,
were
brother?
you able to get that I sent you, Charlie? Yeah. It's all done. Thank you. Where do you want it? Just right at the end where our song goes.
Okay, so before you start talking,
Yes.
between the song and you start.
Yes.
Okay.
What's that?
Both tabs?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, oh, you got a surprise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brock's always leaving us
I'm
surprises.
telling you, man. I tried to make our show the absolute best it can be. I got
Yeah.
these waters. I made a coffee, but I didn't make you guys a coffee because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, get some waters, man. I'll grab a couple too. You take those in there. Oh,
I got the headphones and everything all set up, though.
okay.
Yep.
Joe said he's got like 90,000 followers on his socials.
Oh,
And
snap.
dude, did I tell you that the last episode I recorded with Pastor
Yeah.
Tate and everything on my phone, I was uploading and it crashed.
We had that many people looking at it?
No, it just crashed. Like I couldn't salvage or save the video.
Oh, really?
So I still have the video here, and I want to upload it, but it crashed, bro. So that's what happens. Technology, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it
Sometimes
don't.
it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and I don't know how to retrieve it. And retrieving these things is not that easy because they're like 4 gigs.
Oh, for sure.
When I'm recording for an hour, it's 4 or 5 gigabytes.
Oh,
That's what's using up on my phone, and then it's using
Really?
4 or 5 gigs on this too.
that's wild that it's using that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was
Brock,
talking to their guy who's over all this,
Yeah.
some younger dude, and I was like, so exactly what is like the amount of people that actually listen to the radio? And he was like, yeah, he confirmed, he's like, there's probably each week 3 to 4 million people listen to the station.
Yeah.
He's like, so you guys got a lot of dudes listening to you guys, whether you think you do or don't. He's like,
Yeah.
so make sure y'all have the best show you can have every week. And we try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just have to talk about midgets.
That's what
That'll
we need
do
to
it.
do. That'll
Talk
that'd be some
midgets,
funny stuff, bro.
Little people. Yeah. Yeah.
You bring midgets down, bro. Like it's
Yeah.
game.
I'm telling you, man.
Well, camera angle perspective makes us midgets if we do
For
this.
sure.
Yeah, or tiny. See how tiny Brock is?
Like it's
Teeny tiny Brock.
It's like just very dense, you know, like a dense episode.
Yeah. Just whatever
Thanks
off
a
the
lot
cuff.
of weight. Small
Yeah.
package.
Yeah, man. What kind of art you got on there?
This is
That's really nice, man.
it's all about staying sober. It's like the
Oh.
raven could be a good omen or a bad, so that represents the first drink. Second drink is the snake starting to choke the life out of you.
Oh,
Third
man.
drink is death.
Death. The raven.
Then I got
snake.
like this still needs to be finished. It's like a blue tarantula, it's supposed to be the deadliest one.
every
Got
time.
another little demon up here that just like prays over you, just trying to tempt you with the drink.
Every time I think of Raven, I always think of like Eric Draven from The Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Brandon
was a good
Lee.
show.
That was a great show. I
Didn't
love
he
that.
die in that?
He did. He
Yeah,
did.
the gun scene.
Yeah, and we think it was the Chinese syndicate that probably did it, right?
Well, it was, or Illuminati or something.
Well, they did it to Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
So,
same thing.
Yep. Wouldn't have happened if it was run by midgets.
No, it definitely would have happened if it was run by midgets.
Stay on topic, right? Stay on point.
Yeah, so they just make the world go around.
They do. They
Not
do.
getting enough love, either.
Do you know any little people? I knew one. I don't know a whole lot.
I don't. I don't think I've ever come across one.
Yeah, I
I,
don't.
I usually look up when I walk too, so
Oh yeah, if
I
you're
probably
not,
just didn't notice.
yeah, you just pass on by.
Edit all that out.
Oh, this is on. I like cracking jokes, man. If it's okay with you. But yeah, I knew one little person. Yeah. Oh, but we all love, what's his name? Who was in Game of Thrones? Peter Dinklage
I liked him in Elf.
in Elf. Yeah.
Say
Oh, he
one
was.
more time.
He came running across that thing, man. Yeah.
Awesome.
You know, say Elf one
He's
more
also
time.
in Guardians.
Oh, you're a grumpy little elf, aren't you?
Or angry little elf over there.
Yeah.
He's in one of the Thors too.
Oh, he is?
Thor Guardian. He forged all the god weapons or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was one of those guys, if you knew it or not, he refused to do specific roles like being a Oompa Loompa or being anything like that. Said no to it because he wanted to be treated as an actor and not for his stature.
He is a good actor too.
He's a very good actor. Yeah. Yep. But hell, then you got some guys that are small anyway, like
Kevin Hart.
Elijah Wood, Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Kevin Hart's real small.
Yeah. Teeny tiny package,
He
Kevin
might
Hart.
be
Tiny
classified
Tiny
as a
Tom
little
Cruise.
person.
We all know about Tiny Tom.
Yeah, he's tiny. Who's the other? There's a few short. I think Mark Wahlberg's pretty short too.
Yeah. See, we're dropping everybody's name.
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
We don't. That's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah. So this is a pretty cool place. For anybody who hasn't already seen it, it's a Crawford Media Group. It's when I got started here with like Brock, obviously I'm a Christian, but I probably am a little more liberal than most. Everybody being kind of conservative Christian.
We forgive them though.
Forgive the libs.
Forgiveness is about Christianity, so we forgive.
Yeah, forgive the libtard. And I'm more liberal and progressive because like my wife is vegan and we live on a sanctuary and all of these kind of things. I drive a Tesla.
How do you know if someone is vegan?
Because they won't shut up about it.
Yeah, they'll tell you.
I knew the
Yeah.
punchline to that joke. But the funny thing was about this place is I didn't know that it was conservative, right-wing, Christian, KLZ studio. I didn't know that when Brock brought us here. And then you can't, it's undeniable. You walk in here and you see a Bible sitting here throughout here. And then when you look at all of their shows and stuff, everything is like, a lot of people are faith-based, but then the problem is they're tied up in politics. because for some reason, somewhere along the line, there was a political movement where everybody's like twisted up into politics with religion. And
Yeah,
that's,
the right tends to be more traditional family value, Christian value, but
yeah,
I mean, I know plenty of people who are liberal who still go to church. I mean, my brother's gay, and
he loves
Republican.
Jesus. Oh,
He's a
he's
Republican.
He's gay and
He's like,
Republican.
you know how hard it is being me? I'm like, I have a wild guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the antithesis of a typical Republican. But
Yeah.
that's why I talk about, don't look at the label, just look at the person. Like, it doesn't matter if you're right, if you're left, if you're black, if you're white.
Yeah.
Like, find common ground and just have a conversation, listen to each other. You don't have to agree, but you can understand.
Yeah. Was it you that mentioned last show, like seek to understand, then to be understood? It's within
Yeah,
you,
basically,
which
yeah.
is Stephen Covey, and it's within you.
Yeah, Stephen Covey's one of my favorite authors.
Yeah. So that's within that, and that's an important thing. And then
I implement Steve Covey in my just time management. It's part of like Weaponizes.
Perfect.
Basically,
do you do like time blocking of like, morning hours? So you work more in like the first 4-hour block than most people work in a day.
front load the day.
Yeah.
And even like front loading the week with your critical tasks. And in Weaponize, it's 4 keys and 1 door. Like, what's 4 things that you have to do this week to be productive the next week to open up the door to next week?
Okay.
And just front loading those like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday the latest.
Yeah.
Because if you put them off to Thursday, Friday, you're never gonna get to them. And you stay
Right.
stuck, you stay stagnant, you stay like in the same hole that you're always complaining about.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be proactive and not reactive. So it's
Right.
just talking about how to structure your time, how to get the most out of your week. And that's what becoming a weapon is, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to go hit targets if you're not even buying the ammo.
Right.
Forget loading it. Like, you're not even buying it.
Right.
You're complaining about the price.
Right, right. So that's the thing, is too many people get tripped up by anything else that the deceiver wants us to put our mind and focus on than the focus on the hand or the task at hand. Whether that what is it? Love the Lord God with all their heart, mind, body, and soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself. Those are the 2 missions that we have, and we're always so twisted up, and it's all self-serving, selfish. Vanity, keeping up with the Joneses, not being in our lane and stuff like that. Hell, we shouldn't be over in this lane if we can't focus on this lane and get it right.
The Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
And the rest will be given to you, or take care
Yeah.
of something along those lines. But
Yeah. And
put
all,
God
and
first.
all these things shall be given to
Yeah.
you thereafter. Yeah.
Put
Because-
God first.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are chasing things they shouldn't even chase.
Agreed.
So I actually talked about this last episode about if money is your problem, a lot of people work harder, they'll get a second job, they double down on activity and trying to like work more.
Yeah.
Work, that's not even the problem. Like,
Right.
your problem could be with your spouse, your problem could be with your kid, your problem could be with your body, your problem could be with God. So
Right.
they're putting extra effort into a lane or into a domain that is completely irrelevant. And then they
Right.
get burned out, they get bored, they start self-sabotaging, they start becoming numb, sedation, they start drinking,
Yeah.
picking up drug habits or whatever to try to deal with life because everything they're doing is not working
Right.
because they forgot to do this. Just kind of pivot, just look to the left a little bit and see what the
Right.
real issue is. And a lot of times it's not putting God first, it's chasing your own agenda, your own dreams, your own ideas, and you're not even living God's purpose. And God will give you the desires of your heart, but
Right.
you got to be able to listen to that, you got to be able to hear that and seek that. So just stop wasting your time over here and just put God first, and the rest will fall into place.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. No, because I've been a Christian quite some time, and I've seen not only in myself but in others what they've done is they give up all of these worldly possessions. I'll actually call them worldly possessions, things like CDs or artwork or whatever. And then when they see that it doesn't align with God, then all of a sudden, because they're on the God path, they dump all that stuff. Now, I've actually experienced this myself, and I've come to see that all that stuff is superfluous and unnecessary. And but therefore it doesn't have I don't give it the power that I once did or that somebody once did. You know what I mean? Because they think that their relationship with God is going to be stronger by getting rid of these things that would be distractions. If only they focused on God first, then those things they're just white noise. They don't really matter.
Well, you can still have nice things.
But they allow you to connect with people. Because if you like hip hop, if you like rock or whatever it is, you can't connect with people when you're talking about casting crowns.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody knows that, but if you talk about Linkin Park or you talk about something relevant, then you can connect, right?
What's up, Brian?
B dog.
You know Brian and
Yeah.
Brock?
We all go to church together.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep.
It's about time for us to go in there, get in the Word. I didn't know that, man. I've been there a couple times. Upper room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a good church to go to. That's with Pastor Tate and Joe.
Pastor Tate coming?
No, he's not.
What the French toast?
What in the
The French toast?
I need to lean into this mic more
Yeah, you do.
because I listen to myself on the show and I'm not
Oh, but we sounded good, dude.
I'm not heard. I'm not heard.
Where'd Brian go?
I think he's taking it down.
May I borrow this? Let's take
Yes,
this.
sir.
This time I'm gonna get it straight, man. I should be able to pull that last episode off of this.
It's kind of cold in here. Can you turn that down?
I have 2 more waters.
I didn't bring a hoodie. I want my nipples poking through my shirt on the show.
You can wear my hoodie,
Got
brother.
to change the rating on today's episode.
I think we can talk about all kinds of stuff, but I've pushed the line a couple of times, man. But I'm that.
I'm a line pusher.
That's who I am, man. God,
Right.
too, man.
I mean, I say whatever is on my mind. Like, I don't really have a filter.
Yeah.
I try to hold it back for this
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
You got it turned down as much as
He's gonna turn it down for us.
he turned it down as much as he could.
Okay.
He said they set it like the maintenance people set it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug this mic this time, man, because I'm tired of. I've been on too many.
Truth in the booth says he's gotta go.
He's got
Like,
to go.
gotta go to the bathroom.
He's gotta go. Eat.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Somebody's gotta take care of him.
Okay.
All right.
He's sorry.
All right.
That's fine.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, my Brian.
Yeah.
Just you three?
Just
Yes.
us 3.
Guess so.
That's funny. He didn't even come in and talk to us, dude.
We saw him, and then he split.
He was arguing with his woman.
Hmm.
Oh
Well,
well, us 3.
Yeah.
here we go.
I ain't about to pay for anything I
break
ain't
the
gonna show
radio
up
today.
to. All right then. Sometimes Joe, I'll be swinging this around for like you guys and stuff like that and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to catch coverage.
Should I do my hair? Oh, I gotta get my eyebrows.
Flip it back. Yeah, so I'd do something like that where I caught both
Probably
of
should
you.
have shaved before this. I'm kind of scruffy right now. Definitely a man today, tell you what. I saw Harriet Potter at my daughter's soccer game today.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Harriet Potter.
Yeah.
Is that-
Areno
It's
said.
like
Is that a
girl
trans?
boy.
Yeah.
I
Is
think
it trans?
Andre's on a trip, and Areno is. His boy has football right now. While we're.
All right.
Charlie, can you hear us?
Check. Good.
Perfect, thank you. Charlie, I'm gonna try to hug the microphone more, man.
Sorry.
But
Brock.
I need my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn y'all's phones down.
I
Or
always
down,
do.
I mean,
My-
sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, you just woke
Mine
up from
too.
a dream, bro.
I was like, I'm not ready to wake up yet.
Is it a dream if we're in it or a nightmare?
Well, some people say chase a dream, but you know, I am living a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah.
But you can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare, so you still gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah. Just kidding.
I love the way that looks, dude.
Oh, this here?
Yeah, I love it.
It's not on 4K.
It's so clear, dude.
I was telling Brock that like when I record this 1 hour, it's about 5 gigabytes
Dang.
for each unit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're doing 30 frames per second?
Yeah.
UHD?
What's that?
UHD?
HD.
HD.
Yeah. Oh, would it be ultimate high def or
Yeah,
something like that?
HD.
Yeah. So, topic. I'll follow your lead, but it's freedom,
First
freedom of
Amendment,
speech,
yeah.
and
then we'll talk
in our
about how
book.
we're going to try to make it into a book.
In a book.
Oh, I got it figured out first, bro. I did all kind of research on this topic. I got it's good. Beautiful day, dude.
Sounds like you.
That was legit, bro. We're trying to make it to the top, man.
Man, you should start selling cars.
What's that?
Should start selling cars.
We're trying to get donations of any sort.
Guns.
Yeah, we're trying to
Donate
get
guns.
sponsored. Yeah, that's a good idea. How's everybody doing today? This is KLZ 560 AM, the guy's perspective. That's going to be hard to follow right there. Martin Luther King was laying it down. You can always reach us at 303-477-5600. Let's go around the room and announce ourselves.
Hey, this is Joe Lyon, Weaponized Nation. That's WPNIZD.shop for the website. I'm glad to be here.
I love it. I'm Brock.
And this is Heath Hine, the actor in Denver, Colorado.
And if y'all were listening to the start of this, we kind of played an audio, and we're going to talk about our First Amendment, freedom of speech, and we're going to go into it about the book we're going to write. It's interesting because, like, freedom of speech, have you ever wondered why it's like
So
the
important.
very first one out of all the other amendments?
Maybe in a quick summation, it would be so that all the rest of the words mattered.
That's
Any of the other rules mattered after that.
that's probably telling the truth right there. What do you think?
There's also a lot of power in the tongue, too.
Yeah.
You could sow good, you could sow evil.
Yeah, Joe.
Your words are everything.
It's the power of life and death are in your tongue, and those that love it eat its fruit.
Yes, sir.
If we didn't have the First Amendment, what would happen to us as a group of guys? We surely wouldn't be writing a book.
Well, we wouldn't be on this radio show.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
I mean, you probably have a lot less fights with your wife, I'd imagine.
Oh, if there was no freedom of speech, everybody got to shut their mouth.
Yeah.
So if there wasn't freedom of speech, do you think a lot of people would be locked up today for voicing their opinion about things.
But I mean, I think as Americans we take it for granted. Look at places like North Korea, right? If you go against the prime leader, you're executed.
Wow.
I mean, imagine if that was
Yeah.
our reality.
Wow.
That'd be horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's a dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants that.
And the freedom of speech allows us to ask questions, to challenge, to speak out against our government. Not just the freedom of speech to say whatever we want, but to challenge, to raise awareness, to just get your thoughts and your voice heard without fear of death or prosecution, persecution. It's imagine some other countries, like what they go through, not having that one freedom that we take for granted here.
Yeah.
He's making a
Yeah,
good point.
absolutely, Joe.
Because the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and we'll read what it is, but it gives us the freedom of press, the right for peaceful assembly, the right of protest, and the freedom of religion. That's all under the freedom of speech.
Freedom
That
of religion's
first-
under that too?
Yeah, under the First Amendment. I didn't know that until I looked it up. So,
Really?
First Amendment says Congress shall make no law representing any establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So it all like falls under the First Amendment, which is crazy. So if you were to get rid of the First Amendment, like you said, we would be some third world country where we'd have a dictator who would probably lock up a lot of people or
I don't know how many survivors we would have if we didn't have the First Amendment. Think
Yeah.
about that. Think about our population. How few of us there would be for saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
well, you know what I think about all the time, right? Is like the Bible. If we didn't have the First Amendment, that they would try to get rid of that probably. I mean, because of the laws and the truths that are behind it. I think that would probably be the first thing society would try to get rid of if we didn't have the First Amendment, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Well, and how does this play out for, when people say things that you don't like that they're saying, and we have division and stuff. Obviously, sometimes people take up arms against someone for what they said. Sometimes people like go fisticuffs and they get in a fight just because somebody said some words. Remember what was the thing? What you
Sticks
say?
and stones.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, or whatever. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you.
well, you made
We can't just leave words like, I don't know,
You made a good point because Charlie Kirk, right? Like
for speaking his mind.
How long ago was that? Like 3 weeks now he got shot?
Yeah.
He probably got shot for speaking his mind, man. That's probably really what happened.
Well,
Well, look at Jimmy Kimmel. He was banned for I don't know how many episodes for something that he said. He didn't lose his life, and he sows more hate rhetoric and division than Charlie Kirk could ever imagine.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
A slap on the wrist.
Yeah, and a slap on the wrist. That's crazy.
Well, let's not forget the guy who opened up this show, Martin Luther King, shot
Yeah.
for an idea, a dream that wasn't liked by his enemies.
I don't know if you look at the current reality that we're living in today. If you're on the opposite side of the fence or the wrong side of the fence, if you say something that hurts someone's feelings these days, like not addressing the proper pronoun, all of a sudden you're in trouble. Like, how am I supposed to know what you identify as? You look like a duck, you talk like a duck, you're a duck.
Yeah.
Wow, he's opening a can of worms, and in this show, that's what we do, man. I
Yeah.
love it. No, he's bringing up a good point.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
you
where's
know.
freedom of speech in that scenario, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your life is your life. I don't have to accept it. I can love you. But I don't have to agree with that. I don't have to address you a certain way because of how you identify. And how am I the aggressor, or how am I in the wrong for saying the wrong thing to you, right?
Mm.
Like, your feelings are more important than mine. They're not.
Right.
Wow, that's deep right there. Oh, we already got some.
Well,
No. I mean,
Charlie.
what you're saying is right. Like, we should all be able to voice how we feel without being scrutinized, without without being
Judged, yeah.
judged, without being punished in some way, shape, or form. I think it's wow. What's up, Truce Daddy? That's deep. Wow.
Well, you're correct on that. I mean, obviously there's limitations to freedom of speech. I mean, that's written into the company or the corporation's bylaws of what you can or can't do. But in this context, we're just referring to your opinion and like your beliefs. That's not necessarily in line with like employment and what the rules and regulations are for that job, but just in a generality, just being able to speak your mind without fear of consequence. But obviously, you can't have freedom of speech if you're inciting a riot, right?
Right.
So words are still important. There's things that you can and can't do.
Was it Ice-T and Body Count, or was it Public Enemy who said, "Freedom of speech, yeah, boy, just watch what you say."
Right on, Truce Daddy. Thanks for calling in, buddy. Later.
Thanks, man.
No.
But you do. You have to watch what you say, man.
But he's making a good point though. Is freedom of speech really freedom of speech? Because like you said, you can't like causing. Because that's what it says in one of the things. You can't cause an uprising, but look at music. It causes it 24/7.
You might.
There's some crazy stuff in
I
songs.
agree. I agree with him, though, man. I agree with Truth Daddy. What he said is
I have to go with
it's
him.
freedom of speech, but yes, you got to know the time and place because there are consequences. Like, okay, if you go to your mother-in-law's house and she cooks something and you tell her how terrible it is with freedom of speech, you might get slapped, or you might not get food next time,
Grounded.
or grounded.
Or if you
there's a consequence.
If you get on a plane and holler a bomb, man, you're probably going to jail.
consequence.
Yeah. Well, that's not really in line with freedom of speech. That's voicing a threat.
That's voicing a threat, right? Because no, he's right. Because there are certain things
That's voicing a threat.
that make exceptions for freedom of speech. If you go out here on Colfax and just start waving your hands like a crazy person and say, "Hey, Colorado's going to get blown up," they're probably not going to say anything to you. But if you walk into the governor's office and say, "I got a gun," you're probably getting taken down, man.
In the context of today's topic, with freedom of speech as it pertains to the First Amendment, you have to hone in on the fact that it's freedom of speech of religion, freedom of speech pertaining to the government, and like voicing your opinion or your thoughts on the government. It's not saying whatever you want whenever you want. Like there's still guidelines within that First Amendment,
Right.
In the subcontext of the description.
And do you think that's what our forefathers were meaning when they gave us the First Amendment? Like, you can speak up, but in like an umbrella of this is what you can and can't say.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was also to keep the government in check. The government was never formed to be what it is today.
That's
The government
that's
was
true.
formed to help the people, not go against them, not to sow hate and sow division, and try to control everybody. And that's what our government is essentially doing now. We have our last election on Kamala's side. Her whole campaign was Trump's a Nazi, Trump's a racist. So now you have a lot of people on the left who adopted that idea. And now if you voted for Trump, you're a misogynist, you're a racist, you're all these other things. And our government elect should never do those things. They should never try to intentionally sow hate and racism and division amongst its people. They're there to serve us. We're not supposed to serve them. And so it's just gotten completely out of hand.
And if anybody wants to call in at 303-477-5600 and tell us if we're right or wrong, and you're not a Republican, tell me, is he right? I mean, was Kamala at the wrong with everything she said? And why was she able to get away with that kind of stuff?
Man, you know, I know we're on like such topics of politics and everything here, and I really don't follow it as much as I probably ought to be knowledgeable and speak upon it. But yes, I have a wife who is vegan. Yes, I live on a sanctuary
He drives a Prius.
of farms. Tesla. Drive a Tesla. Drives a Tesla.
So funny, man.
You know, I mean, I would say that, you know, yeah, we could point the finger about like Trump being villainized or something like that, but the same thing, Trump is in office now, and aren't there people who are still balking, squawking, and talking about Obama?
Yeah.
Still talking about Biden? What are you doing? Your government is under the control that you wanted it to be under. So like, pull your pants up, shut up, move forward. You got your president. You got your president.
Man. Absolutely love it. No. Because
we can only go so far where we're talking, hey, about like the victim and all that stuff. Like, let's move forward.
So when it comes to our book, and for all our listeners out here, we're about to write a book, and it should be out sometime January or February next year. But does writing, is that covered under freedom of speech? Or is that something completely different? Because I would think if you write, that's still freedom of speech, freedom of press. Like, being able to say what you say on paper should be the same as if it comes out of your mouth, right?
As long as it's not a manifesto.
Oh, a manifesto. That's
oh,
deep.
that is
Or
deep.
or slanderous.
Oh.
And that's the
Libel,
thing.
defamation.
Right. Yeah.
That's real
all
deep
of these
right
things
there.
all these, with a litigious society as we have, you've got to be careful about the people that you blast, the people that you whistle blow.
So that brings up the next point. So you said defamation. I was going to get on that. No, it's an interesting thing. If you think about like our court system and the way it's set up, if you have, let's say somebody's going through a divorce and their significant other puts a restraining order on them, you're now like basically in front of all society saying this person's a piece of garbage. Isn't that defamation of character?
I don't think it's defamation if it's fact-based.
Oh, if
I mean,
it's
probably
fact-based,
is correct.
that's no. He's
Well,
that's right. If it's fact-based,
Yeah,
then
if you
it's
have
not. But
proof,
what?
then it's fact, right?
Gotcha.
Right. But I mean, because I've been in legal battles before, being, you know, domestic violence and stuff like that.
And you won against yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my issue with that was, I feel that it is legal abuse. That's what I call it, legal abuse. It's when somebody utilizes, or is even told to utilize the law in some way to hamstring somebody so that they can't defend themselves in like a civil matter.
Which you're touching on the fact that that's what our government does too.
Yes.
Weaponizing the law for their own agenda.
Yes. And
Do you guys feel like that's what our government does? Weaponize the
It
law?
absolutely does, on both sides. It doesn't matter if you're left or right.
yeah, we're being played. We're being played, and the important thing is that we break down those barriers between us, where it's men against women, black against white, gay against straight. We're all citizens. We're not consumers, but that's what we're looked upon as consumers, and so that's why
dollar signs.
that's why the elites and the governments and the big corporations are playing us all against one another.
Well, you have to ask this question: how do you control people?
Division.
Division.
Yeah, divide and
So
conquer.
they're dividing all of us, making us hate each other.
Oh
While,
my
look at what they're doing behind closed doors.
This is
Absolutely.
good, people. This is
Yeah.
call in at 303-477-5600. That you guys are going down. Y'all are talking deep today, man. Y'all came prepared. No, that's true. I mean, because look, religion even causes division.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
like one of the causes for like war. I mean, look at
Right.
the Middle East and stuff
Love-
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love thy neighbor as thyself, except if they're Muslim.
Yeah,
Except if, you know what I mean? Like,
So
Come on,
do you
love
think
thy
that
neighbor.
all? Do you think that all like when people talk evil like that, is that part of racism too? Like Martin Luther King was talking about, or is it just a form of it that leads into racism?
I don't really think that's racism as it pertains to religion. That's probably just more judgment and ignorance, if anything.
Okay, so
Sure.
when you have somebody who's a different religion, like you can have someone who's Catholic and Baptist, and they don't even want to talk to each other because of their religion. You don't think that's like a form of
I
racism?
think that's ignorance. I mean, if you actually study God and study the Word, you'll realize that Muslim goes to the same God that we serve.
What do you mean?
Same God.
Allah.
It's all the same God.
They
Every
just-
religion is the same God. It's just it's a different interpretation of the word. that was,
Oh,
like,
I
passed
get
down
what
and
you're
passed
saying.
down
I
and
get what
passed
you're saying.
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it all goes to the same God unless you're atheist. But outside of that, Muslims are praying to the same God that we serve. It was just it was that division with Abraham, right? And
Ishmael.
Ishmael and Sarah.
Yeah.
So like one side goes one way, the other side goes the
It-
other way. But it's the same God.
And all that stuff
Same
started.
prophets.
All that stuff started because Abram was told that he was going to have a son, and then his wife and him conspired against God to have him be with Hagar, her handmaid.
Yeah.
And then later she hated that kid.
Yep.
She was like, "You're not going to have any part with this," and so yeah.
That's
Consequences, people.
Well, I think about it all the time, right? Because words are so powerful. Words can either cause people to turn their life to God. Words can cause people to commit suicide. Let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
like it's bad. Words are powerful.
Yeah,
like
hate
you can
speech.
yeah. And so I really think about religion. Like, what? God, that would be a cool segment to do, right? Like, why is there so many different religions, and why do they
Power.
clash? So, oh, you think it's a power thing, huh?
Power, control. I mean, a lot of churches, let's be honest. I mean, obviously we go to church, but church is business. Like church is corporation. There's a lot of money in church. Look at the
Those are
Catholic
facts.
Church.
That's funny. He says that people
Facts.
don't want to believe that. That's
Well, but-
true.
Hey, that.
No, he's right. People don't wanna believe that.
Joe's absolutely right, and that's why I've told you that we should turn this into not an LLC, but it should be a church. It's like because we have a testimony, we have a ministry, and we want to move forward with something. And I because I want to fight against the government, we should 501c3 this thing.
And if
I
anybody
don't know.
knows more,
I
knows
could be
call
wrong.
at 303-477-5600. No, keep going about what you're saying. I mean, that's true. Like, there's power in it's a business. Church, as a whole, the Catholic Church or the UPC organization, it's a
But
business.
Even this whole non-denominational church, like some of the biggest churches in the world, or at least in the United States, are non-denominational churches.
Mm.
And they just say that because they don't want that Baptist label. They don't want that
Lutheran,
Catholic,
God, I never
whatever
thought about
other
it.
Pentecostal,
label.
on and on.
But it's still a business.
It's a business.
And it's like a feel-good, come-all type of an atmosphere where you just feel welcome. You don't necessarily label, but you can say you went to church and feel good about it.
Right.
And those churches grow faster than any other church. And what
Yes.
I'm not trying to slam. I mean, my daughters go to Flatirons Academy,
Right.
which is Flatirons non-denominational church, right? So I'm not bashing it,
Right.
but they know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
They're making a lot of money.
Yes.
So do
And-
you think that also? Do you think church organization is a business as whole, like he's saying?
They're run
Yeah.
exactly the same as
Yeah,
a
man.
business.
And
It's
again,
all out there.
we go back to 530 AD with Constantinian what was it, the religio-political movement, where they tied up all of religion and politics into one, and it's still that way today, only been mastered, only been bettered. And yeah, it's unfortunate, man, because there's too many people that get caught up in a trap that they think is a righteous path to Jesus. And the beautiful thing about the Word and about God is that He understands that we were going to be tested by all these things, and that there is a deceiver. So I still think that all things, all things come together for good for those who love the Lord and are called according to His purpose.
Mhm.
He knows the heart of every man. So even if you're trapped, even if somebody is trapped in a Latter-day Saints type thing, not to bash those guys, but they're crazy.
goodness.
Mormon. I have Mormon friends, man, so I can say.
But
that stuff.
you guys are talking about things that I've always wondered, like church in a whole. Is it an actual business? And
Straight.
And if you think about church, it's all about words. Like they're trying to move you in a direction, and that's probably every
Even
religion,
the
right?
UPC has a parent company and a holding company, and it all goes uphill, right? I mean, it's all structured the exact same way as any typical corporation would be.
Yeah.
So here's
The
another
only
thing.
difference is you're not trading hours for dollars; you're taking tithes. But at the same time, you're still expanding, you're still scaling, you're still trying to get more members, which are customers. It's just business philosophy.
And that's why I was like, that's why I still say we should turn this thing into a church, Brock, because well, I thought either A, it should be a 501c3 nonprofit organization, or it should be a church. But I think a church moreover, because we are men of God. We do have a heart after helping people. If we get in a position, financially speaking, we're already helping people with the money we have. But if we make more money, and if we're keeping more money because we it's a donation.
It's funny that you
It's
mentioned
not
that, 'cause
income.
I was thinking about weaponized church.
Well, because what I keep thinking about
Imagine
is
that name on the side of a church.
Weaponized church.
is since we're trying to write a book, and is it more powerful to write a book or just us, voicing our opinion, going out advertising our company, getting sponsors? Because I mean, a book's going to last forever.
A book is
Okay.
good.
But so is an
The
audio.
thing about a book is it's you could give away like a downloadable version for free, which can then and I'm sure Heath knows all about this. Like you get a splash page, and give us your name and your email for a free ebook,
Ah,
right? So
Yes.
that's like your entry into the next offer.
yes.
So then if you want to sell another product or service after your free book, so you're getting your message out there,
Right.
they read it, they like it, now they're following you, now they want to hear more.
Yeah, drug dealers were doing this from the beginning, man. They give you a little
Free
taste,
sample, yeah.
and then
Same
they
thing.
lock you in.
Yep. Ooh, that was good. I want some of that.
I mean, because if you look at the Bible, it's withstood the test of times. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And that's written down. And I understand that, like you guys were saying, there's religions across the globe, and everybody's trying to interpret what the Bible says. And if that's the case, how do we know what people are saying to us are the right things?
Well,
Because
it says-
the Bible moves a person
it
whenever
says
they're
That's what
talking.
prediction and accountability and things like that, and just discernment.
well, and it isn't even about feeling. It's scriptural, and it states that no interpretation of Scripture has ever been like decided by men, but holy men of God through the Holy Spirit.
My goodness.
So it's not.
Well, even look at the translation of King James, right? I mean, how much
I was
of the
gonna bring
original
this
narrative
up.
is actually missed out.
Right.
Some of the actual context of what Jesus and the disciples were saying in a completely different
Lost
language.
translation.
Translation by, what was it, Henry VIII that translated it, or he turned it in from Arabic to English, I believe.
Aramaic.
And then Arabic.
Yeah.
And then from there you got like the King James version. And I mean, how many times was the original text taken out of context?
Right.
And people, listen, we're going to go to
You're right,
break,
Joe.
and then this is really good. We'll come back on the other side. Call us at 303-477-5600. I promise we'll get to your call. Just be patient with us and right on.
One thing Charlie mentioned to us is that we don't keep talking on our break. We don't keep talking about what we said to keep us fresh to come back with it, because we would hash out the problem when we come back. So we put a pin in that. We're coming back to what Joe last said, which was
the
about the
original text being out of
translation,
context.
transliteration.
God, man, you guys went off onto a topic. I did not see that coming, man. I'm like, right on, guys. Like, dude, I never thought about church as a business in a whole like that, dude. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
massive business.
Well, that's why I think for us here, if we were to do that, okay. So this is what I've learned by being self-employed, is if I go and earn the $170,000 I made last year, then I pay 40% of it, right? But if I'm a business, I expense everything. So that Tesla or Prius that I drive
That's
is
some
Clearview's,
crazy good
not
tax
mine.
laws for 501(c)(3)s.
Yeah, and so you learn how to expense things out of your business, and then when you form, if there's 5 of us, and you form a 501c3, or you have a either nonprofit organization or a church, you have to have like a president, vice president, treasurer, all of these things, and usually people are only forming it with 2 people, so they have to hold several positions. But we would hold we would all hold positions, and the money that we would get would be tax-free. And the things that we would buy or spend that money on, I don't know.
Well, look at like Scientologists. They own a whole bunch of land, real estate. You go to a Rockies game and you park in their parking lot. You pay $50 for a parking space. They give you a slip because that was a donation. That wasn't income. That was a donation.
Bro.
God, man.
And these are
You
all
guys-
within the
you guys
confines.
have got
These are
me
all within.
thinking, man.
These are all within the confines of legal and law.
For sure.
From IRS tax law.
guys, I'm trying to get us to be millionaires. Somebody's going to hear us and going to put us on the map. Like,
Yeah.
dude, this is a good topic right here. We have evolved so much. Like, I'm listening to you guys talk, and it's like we're actually letting each other voice our thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, this is huge, dude.
Yeah. I'm loving it, man. It's good.
About
to me.
ready for this.
Back to that pin of
Translation.
Yeah.
translation
Yeah.
and transliteration.
I'll let you pick it up.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll be like, Joe, what was that you were talking about after Brock? After you get us in.
Yeah, I'm going to come in and.
Just, is that Churchill? Is that Winston Churchill?
No.
So, like I've talked to Pastor Tate about, like, if he dropped a UPC off of a room sign, his numbers would triple.
Oh, I
within
agree.
6 months.
I agree.
Because people don't like the label.
sure.
They want to feel good about going to church. They don't want the label.
100% right. How's everybody doing today? This is the second half of KLZ 560 AM. We've got Joe at Weaponized Nation, and we got the actor of Colorado, Heath, with us. And we were talking about the First Amendment that was adopted in 1791 and freedom of speech. And it just, as we were in the break, I thought about it. Like, Hitler was able to move a whole nation because of what he said. So
Speech, word.
I think words is probably some of those powerful things on the planet. You know, because the way I listen, people, the way I believe is that you can speak into your future. There was a reason why people named their kids certain names back in the day. I don't see anybody running around calling their kid Lucifer, you know, but because there's blessings that are tied to it. At least I believe. I think. I don't know if it's still like that today,
There's,
but
like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, like, NLP, like neuro language programming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically bending people to your will by, like, what you say, how you say it, guided conversations, like navigating people to a certain idea, or like it's your agenda, but then they think it's their idea.
oh my God.
So it's like
Program.
strategic seduction.
So basically, it's manipulation at its
Neuro-language
finest.
programming.
Yeah.
You're literally just using your words to manipulate people to bend to your will.
Think of how powerful that
crazy.
is. But you know, it's crazy. I had read this I read this article the other day, and this goat was walking next to a leopard, and the goat was like, "Hey, the grass is blue," and the leopard was like, "No, dude, the grass is green." And so they kept arguing about it, and he was like, "Hey, let's go to the king of the jungle and ask him." They came to the king of the jungle, and the goat was like, "Hey, what color's the grass?" And he said, "I think it's blue." And the king of the jungle was like, you know, the lion was like, "Yeah, you're right, it's blue." And then he walked off, and the leopard was like, Why'd you say that? He said, because you shouldn't waste good words on a fool. They're going to believe whatever they want to believe.
This is true.
Well, and that's true. You can manipulate
Well,
a
that's
person to believe
Ca-
whatever you want them to believe.
Yeah, you cast pearls before swine. You know, it does no good to try and change the mind of a fool.
Well, that's the same as people letting their opinions form their facts. Like when you can
Yes.
literally show them proof and they still don't believe you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you take the flat earther theory. I mean, there's people out there that their diehard believes in certain things because that's what they've been taught.
The earth isn't flat.
Hey. How'd you get in here?
Hey man,
Joe,
that's
what
what
do
I'm
you-
talking.
I
Yes,
got
sir. But I mean, you see what I'm saying? Words are powerful, and I think that's the reason. Back to the whole church thing as an organization, I think they fill up churches because words are so powerful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can use them to build people up or to tear them down. You can use them for manipulation or selfish gain. And
Well, it's also if we're here and there's nothing beyond us, it kind of makes us small, right? Like what's really the point of life if like this is it? Like we live this life, we die, it's over. I mean, like what are you really living for? And if you don't believe in a higher power, then you're gonna not. I mean, a lot of your actions in your life is dictated like based off your beliefs, whether you believe in God, whether you don't believe in God, how you were brought up, nature versus nurture, all these other things. But I mean, I live my life with a love of God and a fear of God. So I don't do certain things, even outside of the law. Like I'm worried about breaking the law, but God's law too.
right.
So if you don't believe in there's like more than us, our world would be in chaos.
Okay. So then that brings the next point. If a person doesn't believe in the Bible, can they believe in God?
You know who the biggest believers of God are? Atheists.
How so?
Yeah. How so? I gotta hear this,
They
man.
do everything they can to disprove God, and they probably have the most knowledge of God than any Bible thumper.
Yeah. I heard
They
a.
want to argue every point that you make with them. So typically, the atheists are like know
I
more
spent-
about God than anyone else is.
I have atheist friends, man, because I'm in film, right? No, I was riding with Kevin Ward down to like Salida, so it was a 3-hour drive, and we listened to a debate between Matthew Dillahunty, an atheist, and Jordan Peterson. Is that
Sounds familiar.
yeah. So and I really like Jordan Peterson, man. This guy's like knowledgeable on a lot of things and biblical as well. But I have to say, man, and I even admitted to him, I said, look, your guy won. The atheist won because he was more prepared. It's like we know, you have to study your enemy, right? And so he was more prepared. He did better. But I will say that my atheist friends that I do know, they have said that since they don't believe in an afterlife, they believe that this life is the one that they have to do the best at. They have to give the best. So it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody who is lacking God is lacking morality or lacking empathy.
No, and that's funny you guys mentioned that because I think about what Elon Musk said, and I know I
Is he
mentioned
an
Elon
atheist?
Musk. No, I don't think he's an atheist. I don't know what he.
He's an
I
alien.
don't know what he believes.
Everybody agrees with that.
But what he does believe is kind of like what you were saying. If this is all that we have to look for, then that means we're just a single entity, a single candle, a single flame in this vast universe. So, to be extinguished. And so if that's the case, then life has to be the most precious thing, and our words have to be the most precious thing we hold on to, because that's what's going to carry the next generation, I guess.
Think about like morality. I mean, if you're not afraid of like God's judgment.
And if anybody knows more than us, call us at 303-477-5600.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not afraid of like being judged at the pearly gates, I mean, imagine the crime rate.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't break the law, not just because of law, just out of fear of going to hell.
Right.
So, you know what? He brings
Right.
up a good
That's
point,
true.
because I've thought about this also. If a man is on death row or a woman's on death row, do you think they actually apologize? Do you actually think when they know they've committed that crime, they've either hurt a family, they've done something egregious, do you think their first and last words are, "I'm sorry"?
I mean, I can't
to
speak
cure
for
their
them, but
conscience?
if they do ask for forgiveness and accept God, yeah, they're forgiven.
Do you think God will actually forgive them?
In my opinion, yeah.
What do you
If
say?
if it's sincere, I mean, it can't be like right before they're about to get zapped. Hey God, my bad, bro. Like, you good?
Right.
But, like, if they're sincere and they mean it, you know, and I think that anybody can be forgiven.
What do you say to that?
I mean, I know that God knows the heart of every man, and I know that when we do
That's the truth. That's the truth. Because God knows your heart. So
Yes.
if you're sincere,
back to the sincerity, Joe. Yeah, but I do believe that you know, anybody can be saved. What is it? John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So all one has to do is believe, and
there's also context in the Bible that's talking about how God will turn his back on people too, though. So if
To
that
give them
person
a-
on death row
Yes.
had God turn his back on him, because I mean, the Bible talks about how God will chew him up and spit him out.
Because I wonder about that all the
that's the lukewarm will be spewed out.
Lukewarm Christians.
Yeah, the lukewarm one.
And we're probably all lukewarm. So
I was going to say, what person on the planet hasn't ever been in the lukewarm? Call us at 303-477-5600. This is a good topic. I mean, that's you guys are bringing up a good point. He knows your heart.
He totally.
But
is.
I mean, that person on death row who's saying "I'm sorry," are they just doing it for themselves then at that point to give themselves a
vanity
clean
of
conscience?
vanities. Everything
Yeah.
is vanity, man. We're all vain in our self-serving.
the thing that I always think of is if you, let's say you're a murderer, and you go out tonight and you kidnap someone and you execute them, and before you go to bed you ask God for forgiveness and you repent of your sins, and all is forgiven. You wake up and you go and do the same thing the next day. In my opinion, I don't think that you can live like that, knowing that you're going to go out and break the law or sin on that level every single day, and just take God's grace and God's mercy for granted.
Well, yeah, I mean that does fly in the face of the Holy Spirit, and it grieves the Holy Spirit when we do those things. But we'd also be liars if we say that we haven't all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. And that's why I love Jesus' message, where he says that, you know, even if you look upon your brother with hate in your heart, you've committed a sin. You've committed the act of murder.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a murderer. I've hated people. I've looked at them. I've hated them for cutting me off in traffic.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Don't get
So,
me started on track.
But no, you're talking about something a
so
lot
I might
of
not
people...
I might not be in prison, like speaking. I might not be in prison for murder, but in God's eyes, I have murdered.
Because you're bringing up a good point. If you're standing in line, let's say you can't stand this person you work with. You guys are going. You show up at the restaurant. They're there with their family, and in your mind, you're thinking, "I can't stand this sucker right here. Like, this dude needs to get out the restaurant." What's the difference in that versus just walking up to the person saying, "I can't stand you anyway"?
I mean,
You
think
see what I'm saying?
We all have those thoughts, but I think as long as the thought doesn't go from like a thought to action.
And I agree with that.
It drops down into the heart, and the
Yeah, it
heart,
goes into the heart.
yeah,
Right.
and becomes a belief and an idea and stuff like that. But I mean, God's talking about our eyes, man. When you look upon a woman with lust in your heart, that you've committed the sin of adultery.
Yeah.
And all again, like, what is it? If you failed in one law, or if you've kept the whole law but failed in one, you failed them all. So whether or not I even do fail, like by committing murder or adultery or dishonor my mother and father, anything like that, I'm still just as bad as the guy in prison, man, in God's eyes.
But all
Wow,
of that,
that's deep.
all of that is why it was so important for Jesus to do what he did.
Yeah.
To die for all of our sins. Because if we were still living in the Old Testament God's law, we're all screwed. There's not one person.
Again, people call us
We'd
at
be washed
30
away with the flood.
Again, people call us at 303-477-5600. We'd like to hear your input on it. We had Truth call us earlier, and what because words are powerful. Like, I mean,
Well, and
so this is a question I want to ask you guys to go into the rest part of the show.
Yeah.
The Bible says, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth."
Yes.
Our pastor believes that when he spoke that, things are still being created today. Do you guys believe that? Do you believe his words are so powerful that the universe is still just created?
I've got evidence that things are still being created today.
Okay, don't tell us like Andre said he got inducted. Like,
You
You
ha-
just finished the Earth being fully round.
Well, yeah.
Last week. It's fully round now, people. It was flat.
But,
and
but
now
let,
it's
let's
round.
hear your evidence on this.
The evidence is like everything that we do as human beings in creating. So like one of the simplest, one of the most evident is when you have a child. When you have a child, you're creating, aren't you?
So let me ask you this. But
Creation is still
Yeah,
happening.
birth is always a miracle.
But do you have to speak it? Like, let's say you're about to start a new venture, a new business. Do you first have to say, I'm going to start that business? Like, hear yourself say it versus just telling yourself in your mind to do it. Because I think there's more power when you speak it out, right?
I mean, I think it's reciprocal. I mean, I don't think you take any action without first thinking about it. And you don't just do something without thinking about it.
Yeah.
So even speaking it, I mean, actions speak louder than words. So is the action itself actually speaking it?
Oh my God. That is,
Yeah.
dude, yeah. He's going to cause our
Actions
listeners to
speak
think
louder
about
than
that all
words.
week. No, because now I'm going to think about that all week. Is the action actually speaking it?
Right.
Is that step number one?
Yeah. If one moves in action before they ever spoke it, then they.
Because would God have created everything if he didn't speak it? Is that action?
I
Like
think
what
God
you're
is
saying, you're taking us all the way back to the beginning.
What?
I mean, seriously.
Well, maybe it was a show, an example for us to follow that there is power in word.
In the spoken word.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, somebody who doesn't have a voice, can they still speak? Yeah, absolutely. They can
Oh,
text, they can
my
type,
God.
they can sign.
Morse code.
Morse code. They can everything. There's a lot. They can write, handwritten.
Well, communication is also nonverbal, right? Like
Mm.
body language,
Mm.
like nodding your head, shaking your head. There's a lot of different forms of communication.
Absolutely. More is caught than taught. That's what Dave Ramsey says for like kids. Because they watch you, like they watch what you do rather than what you say to do.
when you go all the way back to like the first people, I mean, language has to be probably. I mean, because look at Tower of Babel, God changed everybody's language, so language has to be at the top of the food chain for like, because you're never going to get those people to try to build that tower wherever it was built without somebody motivating them to do it.
Maybe.
Tower of Babel.
Yeah, because he changed everybody's language at that time.
Yeah.
You know, so God, man, so language has to be. When you speak something to somebody, you can dictate like what direction they go. Like,
Yeah. Which
I-
that's why I want.
hold on, let me ask you this: as an employer, you guys both have your business. Do you guys? How do you talk to your employees? Do you ever come down on them like, "Hey, man, that's the
Oh.
stupidest thing you could have ever done," or do you ever just like, "Hey, man, good job," like, and do you feel like you get more honey from the beehive when you're sitting there?
You want to go, Joe?
I mean, there's been 2 or 3 times in my 20 years of being an entrepreneur that I kind of went off on someone because the guy was stupid. I told him not to get on these blinds, and he got on them, and I told him to get off, and then within 30 seconds he got on them again. They were plantation shutters, expensive, and he broke them, obviously. And I was like, "Man, are you stupid?" And the guy
did
just
you
starts-
tell them like that?
And the customers there too. I mean, I didn't even feel bad about it because it was so stupid. I'm like, you got to be the dumbest person I've ever seen. So I mean, obviously I had to fire him, but he was like crying and everything. I'm like, man, you're not cut out for construction. Like you need to find a hobby. But typically in business, one of the reasons I started being a business owner is respect. I didn't like my bosses being condescending, talking down to me, like just trying to cut off my head to feel taller in front of people and feel good about themselves. So I always said, when I'm a boss, I'm gonna treat you how I want to be treated, like the golden rule.
Mm-hmm.
So if you raise your voice to me, I'm gonna meet that. If you try to get in my face, I'm gonna meet that. But if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. I don't dictate. I'm not a bossy person. I'm very mellow, and I get a lot of action out of people for that because they feel heard, they feel respected, and they treat me with respect, and I give them respect. So, but I'm the first to tell you, I can outdo you.
Outperform.
If you want to bring it, I'm gonna bring it harder.
Yeah.
So.
That's funny. I don't know, man. I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to being a boss, man. I've had a number of employees and contractors and franchisees throughout the 30 years I've been doing this, and I have high hopes for people to do a good job, so I leave them. My dad always said this: I give them more than enough rope to hang themselves, and I think I do that too. I give people a lot of leeway, a lot of help, and a lot of times I find myself enabling, and those enabled usually just screw up further and further and further. But there is something to also finding the right person. And when I plug them in, then I just I get to let them like do their best, and I can usually just cheer them on. Hey, great job! Here's some more work. Here,
Yeah, it's positive reinforcement.
yeah,
And I mean, I treat business like I can't remember where I heard this, but there's a saying that says slow to hire, quick to fire.
yeah,
So you take your time with them in the beginning,
yeah.
but as soon as they give you any kind of inclination that they're the wrong fit, you got to get rid of them.
Cut it.
Otherwise, it becomes toxic. It starts spreading to other people within your organization, and everything just collapses. Because you're only as strong as your weakest link, right?
Right.
So if you let that guy get out of line and you accept it, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Man, I might need to take some classes from you, Joe.
But I mean, that comes down to, but that all comes back to like freedom of speech, what you can and can't say. Because like you said, if you got somebody who's toxic and running their mouth about everybody, always negative, coming in negative,
Well,
yeah, bring the ship down with them.
that stuff. Yeah, you're right. It brings the ship
Well,
down. It spreads to other people.
And why I like hiring people as either contractor or franchisee is because I take away that employee own and employer dynamic. So I do get away with a lot more where it's like, hey man, like I'll stop giving you the work. You haven't proven yourself to be able to take the work, contractor.
Right.
So basically, you're hitting them where it hurts the money part.
Well, I do.
Because that
I try to-
does.
Yeah, and so, you know, and it's a right to work state, and I mean, I'm just doing my best, but it really comes down to hiring the right people, man. And you
Slow to
can,
hire.
yeah, and you can vet them. You can
Yep.
vet them.
Because I always think about like people who wake up 24. I guess it goes on to like people that are always down, people that are always negative. Because I think the reason suicide is so high, it's because people are always negative to themselves. Like they're always speaking like something bad over them. Like
Well,
I
they don't
suck
love
at my
themselves.
job. Exactly.
If you
I
love
don't.
yourself, it'd be impossible to kill yourself.
That's a true
Like,
statement.
I can't. If I love you, I can't kill you.
No, that's a very true statement.
Yeah.
But I think people don't understand that the dynamics and the power, because maybe they came from a home where their mom and dad never built them up. Was always like, oh, you're going to be no good. You're not going to do this. You're not. Where if and I've never done a study on this, but I bet if you took a young man from a home that said, hey, you're going to be a future president, that person's probably going to thrive and do better than somebody who's always told you're a piece of crap.
Well, you're getting into like nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
But it all
Even
ties
like,
in together,
you
doesn't
take
it?
The topic of racism that we heard Martin Luther King speak of. Racism is taught, like that's learned.
Jesus, that is
Like
deep.
that comes from your parents.
Yeah.
That comes from your surroundings. That comes from your upbringing. I raise my daughter's blood. I'm like, you can love anybody that you want. Like we're all the same. We're all equal. I have a black stepfather, as you know.
Yeah.
Half our church.
So let me ask you this. So you think racism, and then I'll go to you, Heath, real
Yeah.
quick, just real fast because we're running out of time. You think racism is something that's taught?
Absolutely. 100%.
What do you say?
I agree. Racism is something that's
Well,
taught.
why did you pause?
I don't know. No, I agree. Racism is taught. Hate is taught.
Hate is taught.
Yeah.
Taught,
Racism is taught.
and the reason, so I'm going to let you guys kind of like in on like my mom. Like I don't talk about my mom very often, but my mom is black, my dad is white, and like the
Your mom is black?
yeah. So
thought you just said good thing.
so the dynamics of like when my dad married a woman who was black, it kind of caused like rift inside our family because
I know I was pausing. It's because it took me a moment to understand that, well, obviously, there's overt and covert
what do you mean?
for teaching. So sometimes it could be covert, it could be generational, passed down. So people don't even realize that they're being taught hatred. They don't realize they're being taught racism or bias or anything like that, or even societal. So it's pumped into us through like society.
Even
So-
media.
even media.
Like, look at,
Yeah.
let's just talk about Caitlin Clark for a second here. And ESPN. Look at your feed on Instagram and look at the stuff that ESPN drops. It's all clickbait.
Mm.
Like, they make it about black and white.
Mm.
They're dividing us on the content they're producing. So
Right.
subliminally, they're making us racist. I actually think that people are more racist today than they were in the 60s.
Oh my God.
Really?
Because of
This
how
is
much
deep.
is sewn into it. We have access
Right, but-
to so much information, like on
Seeing
social
some-
media. So it's constantly being thrown at us for clickbait and for ratings and for views.
Right. And so what I don't know if it's in the Bible, but it's like careful little eyes what you see and little ears what you hear. And that's about human beings, especially kids who are impressionable, to be brought up in a society that is telling them what to think and feel.
Mhm.
Right? And so so it's not even the parents. The parents themselves might be pseudo
And that's
racist.
nature.
Pseudo-racist,
So
but then-
it's outside influences that are coming in, and people are
Yes.
just they're getting all of that,
Yeah.
and
You
it's scary.
The only way to defend against it is like Joe with his business, which is covering up with the to weaponize oneself with like God's armor.
Yeah, weaponize yourself with
Go-
truth
go-
and love.
Right.
Quickly, we have 2 minutes left. Tell us what Weaponized Nation is about exactly.
I talked on it a little bit a couple weeks ago on the show here, but it's doing daily success habits in your body, your being, which is spirituality, your balance, which is your family, and your business. And there's protocols every single day. There's 2 things in each category that we do, and we kind of gamify it. So you check a number off a list, and you get 8 points for the day, 28 points for the week.
Because we're running out, just tell us like how important it is to work out, like your physical part.
Well, it's very important to work out. I mean, your body is everything. It's a catalyst to everything that you do. If you're 400 pounds and can't get out of bed, you can't go to church. You can't make love to your wife.
Mhm.
You can't hang out and play sports with your kids. So you only get one body.
Now tell us the spiritual part real quick.
That's the being category. So every single day we just pray, meditate at least 5-10 minutes, and you just journal what you felt or what you received, what you heard, your revelations.
And everybody, we just want to say it was an excellent show today. Just remember the guy's perspective. Keep us in your prayers. Keep Weaponized Nation in your prayers, and just know that we're a guy show. We specifically, focus on guys, and y'all have a good afternoon. Thank
God
you.
bless.
Thank you so much, guys. God bless. That was good, man. That was a good show.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, man.
Dude, we get this stuff in the right hands.